Hello and welcome to RGI Pep Talks. This is a new video series brought to you by Raybourn Group International and made possible by the support of our friends at Markey's Rental and Staging. Today we want to specifically look at a topic that's really interesting for me, I believe, which is event marketing. We often hear in today's digital age, it's really hard to get the attention of prospective attendees. People are bombarded with messages all day long, and there's so much competition for that attendee's dollar, so many other things that they can do. Why us? What differentiates us? What differentiates our meeting? So today we're very excited to have a special guest with us, Daniel Herndon. Daniel is CEO and principal of MilesHerndon and co-founder of Gavel. It's a curated cafe in the cultural district of Indianapolis, Fountain Square in Indianapolis. He's an avid cyclist. He's a foodie, which I love, and pretends to be a philosopher, which I'm sure his wife's very excited about. Contrary to assumptions, he did not play basketball in high school, and he did not actually even go to high school. But he does have a background which includes trading metals, commercial insurance sales, and playing in a touring rock band. Following his short, but I'm sure exciting, music career, he started this agency in the beginning of the Great Recession of 2008. And continues today consulting clients nationally on brand strategy, design, and marketing. So Daniel, I want to dive right in if it's okay. Thanks for being with us today. We really appreciate it because this is a hot topic and one that sometimes people don't always understand is so vital to a piece of, they think it's just the logistics of the meeting.
Right.
So what are the trends you're seeing when it comes to event marketing?
Well, Leslie, I think the thing that we notice is that there are so many options, right? So if you just look on Facebook, how many events are you being invited to right now? So people are bombarded with opportunities. So the key is to identify the opportunities to be distinct, to stand out and be different than that other event, and give people a reason why they should come to your specific event.
Absolutely. How can events truly differentiate themselves, though, when there's just so much competition, as you mentioned?
That's a great question, and I think the key points to consider is understand your audience. So a lot of times when people are marketing an event, they think more about the event itself instead of taking the time to understand the people that they're trying to reach and the individuals that they're wanting to connect with and what is interesting to them. So in the way that you present your event, you ought to consider how it's going to benefit the person that's going to be attending that event.
Make it about them.
Absolutely.
And instead of what we want out of it, what they want out of it.
Yep.
Great point. What event marketing strategies do you think are working exceptionally well today?
Well, a couple things. First of all, any event has to have a hook. I was in the music business, as you mentioned, and every song should have that hook, that thing that makes it a little distinctive. If you think of the structure of a song, songs they follow a pretty logical, pretty consistent structure, but each one has something that makes it stand out. So here's some things that you can deploy as you put together your event that will help it to stand out. First of all, when you speak about your event, headlines are everything. So the very simple first way that you announce that event, that headline should be catchy, it should be brief, it should be concise, but it should be clear and highlight what makes your event unique. And then some other strategies that really help are to not just tell everything about your event in one announcement. So as you're planning your event, you might have 10 or 20 things that happen at that event or components that are important to that event, but maybe announcing things slowly over time. When we opened Gavel, one of the things that we did was keep some secrets, right?
Nice.
So as we opened the cafe, we announced a little bit at a time until eventually we revealed the whole thing. And that built some anticipation along the way. Some other thoughts are people love novelty. So while your event may have some similarities to a lot of other events, something that is new, something that people haven't experienced, or something that maybe makes your event, enhances your event, like a wine tasting can be a great way to draw people to a corporate conversation. So bringing that novelty into your event. Those are just a couple of ideas to think about.
Those are great. What do you see that people are doing that they really just aren't working and they should stop doing? Or certainly going out of style? How about
Oh my
that?
goodness. What are people doing that they should stop doing? Well, I think that people, again, since people are so bombarded with invites through email and Facebook, over relying on some of those mass marketing ways of connecting with your audience, they have diminishing returns because, again, you're receiving so many emails and so many invites on LinkedIn, Facebook, or whatever. So what people ought to consider is personal invites. So it's almost like a personal call or a personalized email is becoming passé in some ways, and that makes it distinctive because it's not the go-to strategy.
And then you're able to do something you talked about a while ago as well, which is actually target what are they going to get out of it instead of
Absolutely.
vanilla
yeah,
marketing.
think of the audience that you're connecting with.
Right, that's great. What's your top piece of advice when it comes to event marketing?
I would, the top piece of advice is tough because there's so many different things that we need to learn to maximize the effectiveness of marketing our events. But developing partnerships. People love to talk about themselves, right? So when you invite a speaker, that speaker is going to promote their opportunity to be the keynote speech at that event. When you have sponsors, partner with those sponsors so that each one of you can market your presence at that event, and everybody is bringing a little bit of the audience that comes to that event. So developing partnerships, I think, is probably the most important thing you can do.
And so many people probably don't, right? Don't think about it that way.
Yeah, you might think about how is this event going to market us, present us, highlight the thing that we want to highlight, but other people have a message to get out as well. So the opportunity to partner with others can make a big difference for your event.
Well, Daniel, thank you so much for your time today. I think everybody should get takeaways from this. We hope you enjoyed this episode of RGI Pep Talks. For more information about meeting planning tips or to learn more about how Raybourn Group International can help you, feel free to go to our website, which is www.raybourn.com.